Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Good morning, vlogsters. Look, if you watched my friend mail, you saw Jill gave me this beautiful cup and it's so delicious. It makes the coffee taste so much better. But this one's for Alicia. Jill, I love it. I'm telling you, I've been bragging about it for the last 12 and a half hours because, I had to sleep some. So good morning, everybody. Let me tell you about my day. It isn't morning here anymore, but this morning I had fasting blood work. So we went out pre-coffee. I actually was waiting to see if maybe my blood work actually came back already, because usually that stuff comes back pretty fast. I finally got my curling iron. I ordered a curling iron. I tried to get one. Oh my gosh, you guys, you know what I did? You will laugh. So this is also a lesson in what not to do. I placed a grocery order pickup. And Lisa, after Lisa left. Yes, after Lisa left. But the day before Lisa left, we were helping her daughter find some different supplies for her daughter's room. So, though most of you know, Eden is having a second baby. She's having a girl. It's very exciting. And we were just doing some online shopping, just what's the best place to get these and what's the cheapest place to get that. So what I had done is I had gone into my Walmart app and my Sam's Club app and I think the Amazon app too. I can't remember the other ones. I had to switch back, and what we did was I just changed the address to see what was available in her area. And I never changed my Walmart app back. So I placed a grocery pickup and Jimmy went to go get it. And they're like, your groceries are ready for pickup. And he's waiting and he's waiting. And he told him that he's there. And he calls the number and he's like, Jerry, check the place. And I was like, what do you mean check the place? She's like, check the store that you picked for delivery. Yeah, I picked the store in Houston. I mean, a caution and what not to do. The good news is they never take your food out of the store. The cold stuff never leaves the refrigerator or freezer, depending on which area it was in. So they were able to just put everything back, which I felt so bad about. And then I started to cry because my failing memory, sometimes it's very frustrating for me, and I feel very bad for the people around me who are having to deal with the repercussions of it. But he said, don't worry about it. He's like, I'll run inside and I'll just get the things that we needed. And he ran in and got the things he knew that we needed. But today, oh gosh, I realized that I ordered a dress. And it was a really nice dress. I think it was $15. And it was green and white gingham. And it had sleeves, but it was lightweight for the summer. And I'm always looking for sleeves, lightweight dresses, Normally I get dresses with no sleeves, but since I have to wear my brace at least for another couple of weeks, I was thinking, this might be a nice birthday dress. I can wear this to the doctor, and we're going to go out in the city and see what happens. However, that is also going to Eden's house. So, I emailed her and I said, sorry. So anyway, the curling iron that I ordered for $10 at Walmart is not available at my Walmart. It's available at her Walmart. Basically, because my hair is so fine and so short, I wanted a 3/4 inch curling iron. I didn't want a big fat curling iron. I wanted a little tiny one. And there was none available here for under $30. Actually, the one was $39.99. And that was the cheapest I could find. It was at Sally's. The beauty supply place, and I found it on Amazon for $23.99 plus with a coupon, so I think it came to $22, more than I wanted to spend. But in all fairness, I got the money to replace my hair stuff when I was in New York, and we used it to pay off debts instead. So I'm finally 10 years later, I'm finally replacing my acrylic. But that's okay, I deserve it. Look, my haircut was free. We'll just say it was $22 for a haircut. How's that? Anyhow, that being said, let me move this out of the way in the meantime. So today, went for my blood work and got back in the car, and I asked Jim if you want to go to Denny's. Sweet Destiny and Jeri-Ann reached out to me and told me that Denny has an endless breakfast right now. For $6.99, you get bottomless pancakes, bottomless hash browns, and bottomless scrambled eggs with cheese. And you can add meat to it if you want to, for $6.99. And I thought that was an excellent deal for someone who, has very little pocket money and doesn't get to go out much. And they were able to take leftovers home, which was pretty cool too. Unfortunately, doing low carbs, the only thing I would be able to eat was like bottomless, the scrambled eggs with cheese. So we ended up going there. Nobody got that. So oddly enough, but we did all get what we wanted, and it was nice, and we had a really nice time. Oh, so we passed it and the place was packed, and he's like, it's very crowded. And because of my compromised immune system, it doesn't even have anything to do with COVID, which of course is still a real thing. It's just really like colds and any kind of infections, at this point. So I still wear my mask. Jim doesn't and Mom doesn't right now. And, but I wear mine to protect myself. I wear my one with the filter, my kidney cancer mask with the filter in it. And we passed it and they're like, oh, it's really crowded. So we had to run to the courthouse because I got a summons for jury duty that I had the doctor fill out an excuse, which was another really disappointing thing of having cancer. I know it sounds dumb because so many people avoid jury duty like the plague, but I love jury duty. I love serving on the jury. It's kind of like, it makes me feel like, I don't know how to say it. It makes me feel like I'm doing my civil duties. It makes me feel like when I vote that I feel like I'm part of something bigger than myself. I know, I'm weird. But I had to have an excuse because right now, obviously I can't. The jury duty here is from July 1st to December 1st. I know it's a very broad period of time. We have to call every Monday. But not only with my condition that it is right now, I couldn't get in and out of a jury box if I needed to. But also with going back on treatment soon, I don't know how I'll feel from day to day. So it's not like I can really commit myself to it, which you really have to be able to commit yourself to it. So Jim dropped off the letter from the doctor, and they said I was okay, I was clear. Hopefully maybe next year. I don't know. I love it. I do. I served on 2 juries, and I sat in on... What was the jury? Did I sit in on the jury here, or was I just selected for the jury here? I can't remember exactly, to be honest with you. I remember being in a special room. I think we were just in jury selection, and I didn't get picked. That's what it is. That's exactly right. So I got picked to do jury selection, which is like, how you voir dire the jury, basically. Who thinks that this is, that civil, who thinks that this is criminal, who thinks that this is right, who thinks this is wrong, or whatever. But I sat in a civil trial first, and then a criminal trial second, and then I was, like I said, I was in the jury selection process, but that's as far as that went. And I love it. I'm telling you. I mean, I've served jury duty more, but those are the ones that I was actually picked for. Anyhow, back to that. And then we went to drop that off at the courthouse, and we ran to drop something off in the mailbox, and then we went to CVS to pick up my prescription, and then Jim surprised me because he was like, no, I don't really, I'm kind of tired from taking you in and out to go to breakfast. And I was like, okay. I was like, that's fine. He goes, well, what do you want to do? I said, I already told you what I want to do. But if you don't feel like you're up to it, then we don't have to. I'm not making you feel guilty. I'm not trying to be passive aggressive. I'm being serious. I said, if you don't feel up to it, because you still have to get me in the house. So it's not like I want to wear you out and be stuck in the car all day. So he pulled over after we went to CVS. And I was like, well, we don't live this way. And he called his mom to see if she wanted to come. And she said, yeah. We went home to pick her up. And then we went up to Denny's, and we had a really nice time. By the time we got there, it was about lunchtime. So like breakfast people, like late breakfast people were done, because it's like summertime, so people eat breakfast late a lot of times. So that crowd that was there just a half an hour before was totally wiped out. We had the restaurant practically to ourselves, almost to ourselves. We had one family was there when we got there, and then like 4 or 5 families came while we were waiting. So it was good though. I mean, we got to eat. I got to get out of my wheelchair, which was fun. Really fun. I like what they call a half and half, which is half booth, bench, and then the table slides. Then there is like 2 loose chairs. Mom likes to sit in a chair. When I asked Mom to go in and see if they can give us a half and half. And when I got in, she was sitting in the bench and she'd moved the chair. And I was like, no, Mom, can I sit on the bench? I was like, I like this, the table moves. And I said, I can pivot really easy on my leg and slide over. And Jim was trying to help me slide over. And I was like, no, wait. I'm trying to pick my leg over the table leg. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. I was like, no, it's okay. I appreciate you helping me. And he's like, look at you, Miss Independence. And I was like, yeah. I was like, I do my physical therapy every day. And the days when we go out, I don't necessarily do it if I can use those muscles. So let me do the work. Let me wheel myself. I'm a pirate. Let me wheel myself in the wheelchair when I can. He has to have a little patience because I don't go as fast as he walked. So when I wheel myself, I'm like, let me get my steps in or my rolls in, as the watch says. I was like, let me just do what I can do while I can do it. And then if I get home and I feel like maybe I didn't get enough of a leg workout, then I will go ahead and I'll do my PT. But Jim's like, did you do your PT yesterday? I was like, I didn't do my PT yesterday, but I went in the craft room and I did this and I did that and I did that. And I said, I'm supposed to do PT to keep my strength and muscle energy up to do all these things. But instead I'm doing these things. And the days when I don't feel like I've done enough or fight, so sometimes when I do PT, I don't feel like I have the energy to do both my reps on all my exercises. So same thing I told the physical therapist I'll tell you is that I will leave like a set of reps of certain exercises till bedtime. So, or till after dinner or right before dinner. Sometimes even like right before dinner is nice because then I'm not full and So sometimes if I go out, if I don't do my morning PT, but then I go out and do something, and if I feel like it wasn't enough exercise, perfect example is to get into the guest room and to get into the craft room, I kind of have to get off the wheelchair and pivot it and wiggle it. I have to stand on my one leg and I have to wiggle the rollator in. I said wheelchair, but I meant rollator. So I have to wiggle the rollator in. And to me, that's a lot of, I'm standing for a long time on the one leg. I'm getting up and down. I mean, there's a lot of things that I'm doing that are really good for me and good for, my exercises and stuff. And yesterday working on the craft room, also was a lot of maneuvering around and reaching. I did a lot of reaching with the grabber. We got the grabber from the living room and I was able to use it for a lot of different things. So it was just really good. I feel really good about it. So Jim found my bowl before and he's like, have you been doing your PT? And I was like, well, no, but I've been doing the things that the PT's getting me ready for. So we had a really nice time. Afterwards we came home and I said, do you want to work out here? And he's like, I'm a little full to be bending over and stuff. So it's all right. I was just out here and you wanted me to come out and help you with the outside stuff later. But I just figured since I was already out here, do you want to just knock it out? Save you one step of having to get me out of the house or whatever. And he's like, no, but that's a good idea. But he's like, I can't. I'm really too full right now. I was like, okay, that's not a problem. So we basically came in here and he ended up taking a little 20-minute nap or half an hour nap he took. I just laid down with him quietly for 20 minutes. I didn't pick up my electronic devices or anything, which was so nice. And then he went and did his thing. And he got me a cup of coffee with my Miralax in it. Because even though I had 2 cups of coffee at Denny's, I mean, they're little, but I had 2 cups of coffees at Denny's, I knew I needed to have coffee with my Miralax this morning. So thank God today is Tuesday. And I only have to do this till Thursday, I think. Because I started Friday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, yeah, so 2 more days. After I finish today's coffees, 2 more days. But Jill, I just love this. I mean, I think it's just absolutely gorgeous. People have asked, like, what's your favorite picture of you and your husband? Besides my wedding picture, this is my favorite picture of me and Jim. And not because I was, like, very thin there compared to, like, before and after this particular event. But it's just, it was such a great day. This was when Jim, after my dad died, Jim moved here because we thought we had to set up house. My family didn't know what they were going to do with the house there in New York, and we knew we couldn't afford to rent an apartment there on our pay because it's very expensive to live in New York. And we knew eventually we were going to come to Missouri. So Jim came here to try to establish housing and get a job and that type of thing. And he did it for about 6 months. He did come home for our 10th anniversary. Mom flew him home for our 10th anniversary, and then he, paid for him to fly a round trip, I guess, which was very sweet of her. That was her gift for us for our 10th anniversary, so we could be together. And this was the day he actually came home. We decided that the family said, it's okay if we stay. We're going to fix up the house and do all these things. So this was the day I picked him up. It was actually his birthday, or the day. This might have been his birthday, and he came home the day before his birthday, I think. One or the other. But this was just around autumn, and we went where I picked him up. He flew into Islip Airport, MacArthur Airport in Islip, which is kind of like out in Suffolk County on Long Island. And while we were, we got a hotel room because his flight was like late at night. So just stayed out there instead of having to drive back on the island, and to celebrate like his birthday and stuff. And on the way home the next day, we went pumpkin picking. We found a pumpkin patch. We're like, let's just go pumpkin picking. We had such a nice time. These glasses were actually Gucci glasses. I don't know if they were real or a knockoff, but I had found them at my job, and I kind of we used to have loaner vans. Like, we would have people borrow our vans, different things, and I went around to all the places that borrowed the van, and I was like, these are anybody's glasses, and nobody recognized them, so I don't know if it was a sub-staff or like a cleaner or whatever. Somebody had left them in the van, and I asked around, and I held them for the required 30 days, and nobody claimed them, so they were mine, and they looked really cute on me. And when I moved here, someone stole them. It was all right. I got to wear them for a couple of years. But they were very cute, green, and they were very good for my eyes. They just looked cute on me and good for my eyes. And I had on my little camo, my khaki green colored outfit and my jeans. It's cute. So I love that picture of us. This picture of us is super cute. I think that we're at Steak and Shake. I'm pretty sure we're at Steak and Shake here. I feel like I said Sonic the other day, but it looks like we're in the booth at Steak and Shake. We get our shakes to go because we don't really drink them. We don't sit there for a long time with Mom. And then picture of me and my Julie and Janie. These are the Mediterranean sisters. I always say, me and my sister Alicia look like we're really Polish-Irish, and my sister Julie or Jade always look like they got the Greek half. And that's them. Those are my Greek sisters. And then this is my Greek dad. He's half Polish and half Greek. Can you tell? Nope. He just looks Cypriot. He actually looks a lot like his cousin. And we didn't know. And then kidney cancer, butterflies. I want to get this mask. I want to get this on a mask. This is what I wanted to actually put on a t-shirt to do like a fundraiser for medical expenses and stuff, because we do have quite a few bills that may or may not be straightened out. We're working on if they're straightening them out, because we were told that Medicaid would date back to 12/1 to cover whatever expenses the insurance didn't cover. And then some of that is working and some of it still isn't. And then we heard, no, it's only March 22nd. So it's or February. It's so confusing sometimes. So we're just working on it. We keep submitting the bills and saying, hey, can you do this? And then they give us a bill back. And some just didn't mess up the insurance altogether or whatever. But And then, of course, all these beautiful butterflies. Jill did all these beautiful butterflies. Flutter bars. I love it. I just love it so much. She did such a lovely job. She actually has a video today, or actually I think it was last night, but I didn't get to see it yet. I just saw it when I was getting my phone up. It says Patriotic Parade or Americana Parade or 4th of July Parade, Red Truck. Or Parade, Red Truck. Red Truck Parade. Maybe that's what it was. But it's really, it looks really cute. I like her, like, quick video crafts. I like that a lot. Those are really sweet. Not that I don't love the long ones, which I do. I love crafting with her. But that's beside the point. Anyhow. Sorry. Hopefully you guys have gotten a chance to check her out. And hopefully you're enjoying her as much as I do. But we will see what the blood work says. Oh, we also went to the pharmacy, like I said. After we left Denny's, we went to get my mouthwash. Did I just tell you any personal private information? No. There's only one pharmacy in town that mixes the mouthwash, and it's at the clinic. And then we went to CVS to get my gabapentin. All the medications set to go. You know, I got all my medications. Oh, mouth update. I realized I didn't put a picture. I said I was going to put a picture of the mouth update, but I realized on that video that you guys know about the mouth, but the people over there don't know about the mouth. So the other day I ate French toast and I ripped a layer of skin off my tongue. I didn't know what it was. It said to Lisa, she was sitting here, I said, do I have a blister? Because it actually felt like a blister. It felt swollen. And I was like, do I have a blister? And I stuck my tongue out. She's like, no, but it's all red. So I took that one picture. Actually, she took that picture. And I kind of feel like what I was feeling was a blister was actually like, not to get disgusting and graphic, but it was actually like the layers of skin that I had ripped off that were actually piled on top of each other and made me feel like it was a blister. But then I did my mouthwash. I finished eating, did my mouthwash, and the skin actually covered back over again. So the second picture, you can kind of see that the skin kind of covered back over again. But it was so much better just like later. And then, of course, I had a lot of snide comments about how it's a miracle that it was so healthy the next day. And I was like, it wasn't next day, it was the next couple of hours. Here's the thing I don't get, and this isn't about the haters. This is like things that I feel like people say that just doesn't make logical sense to me. So I say that I said that I did my physical therapy, that the physical therapist at the rehab clinic had sent me home with all of the angel wings and leg lifts and all that stuff. I had been doing my physical therapy every day unless when I was in heavy duty treatment, my body wouldn't allow me, just didn't have the energy. So I did my physical therapy every day. And some people didn't believe me. And then when they said I've been laying in bed all day and it's not good for my muscles, they'll atrophy, they didn't believe that I was doing physical therapy every day and getting up and going to the commode. And then when the PT came and said that my muscle tone was good, she gave me different exercises. She wanted me to work on my core. Then everybody thought, I must have been faking laying in the bed all the time and I was getting up and walking all the time. I was like, no, I've just been telling you that I've been doing my physical therapy every day. Sometimes the logical sense, it's like you create a lie, they create a lie, and then they have to do everything they can to support it. Which is just so funny, but it doesn't make logical sense. Like, why didn't you just believe me in the first place? And everything that's going on since will make sense if you just believe me in the first place. Oh, my God. But the same thing happened with my tongue. My tongue still hurts. Not physically hurts like this, but when I do eat certain foods, it starts to really hurt. My tongue actually right now, and the canker sore part of the roof of my mouth, are actually numb. Like they feel like they're almost like asleep. Not pins and needles, but like that numbness. Until I hurt them. Until I eat something that hurts them. It scrapes against them and say, hey, I'm not numb, I'm alive. And then I can do damage like I did with the French toast that day. But it's not like I'm not going to sit there and keep eating French toast that's going to make it aggravated, I'm going to stop, and I'm going to relax, and I'm going to have a milkshake or a yogurt, or do my miracle mouthwash, or do the regular mouthwash, the natural mouthwash. I'm going to brush my teeth with the Q-tip instead of the toothbrush. I'm going to do things that are going to help my mouth feel better and repair it. I'm not going to keep doing things that are going to make it worse. So when it gets better, then everybody's surprised how it got better. I was like, well, because I took care of it. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, literally just doesn't make any sense. And it doesn't hurt as bad as it did previously, because you guys know, I couldn't even drink my coffee before because it was too acidic for my mouth. But my mouth has improved so much. It's not improved all the way, but it's improved so much that I can drink coffee now. So, and I can eat peanut butter. I can eat chunky peanut butter when it's mixed with plain peanut butter. Because I can't eat it like it's super chunk, but I can eat like a chunk once in a while. And it doesn't bother me. But when it's a lot of chunks, it bothers me. I know it sounds weird, but like 1-2 random peanuts per spoonful isn't bad, but like a whole layer of them is like gravel. It's almost like rubbing on. I think it's the difference between like, you know, like sliding on asphalt or sliding on the dirt at a ball field that has like 1 or 2 rocks in it. You know what I mean? You know that it hurts a lot less than sliding on asphalt. I guess is the way I could say about peanut butter. But, you know, if I don't drink enough water for the day, especially with the Miralax, I'm noticing getting dehydrated faster. So I make sure I drink all of my water that I'm prescribed. And I also have to have like my Gatorade, the sugar-free Gatorade. That also was bothering my mouth. So what I was doing was I was doing like a shot of it. But then I realized if I mix it, if I water it down, it's going to give me the same amount of electrolytes.
Answer. +1 516.
Sorry about that. I actually said don't answer it, and it answered it. So I don't know who that was. It was a fake recorded line person. They call from Social Security Disability in New York State, and they're like these people who are trying to sell you benefits, New York State benefits. And, you know, I answered the phone one time because I was like, oh, yeah, okay. But they're like, oh, you don't live in New York anymore. I was like, no, I just have a New York phone number. Oh, okay. So these people, just people in, so why are you bothering me? Take me off the list. And I'm on all the do not disturb phone lists, but I think that somebody was nice enough to give my information out to public, and I think it's part of that. So anyhow, I really did have an amazing day. And like I said, it's only that just said it was 4:00. So we did have a good day. And I got on I wore a dress, but then I changed and I was like, I don't want to put pajamas on. I want to wear clothes. So I put on my I Choose Joy t-shirt. I choose joy. But I am going to give my back a break from the brace because we're probably going to put the brace on a little while and either work outside or back into the craft room. So that's why I'm just relaxing here in the bed for a while. And I'm having my coffee. I wore the brace really all day yesterday and to no ill effects to my back. But what did hurt this morning was my tailbone, because sitting on that chair for a long time does hurt your tailbone. I said to Jim, this is such a well-made chair. I think I told you guys that this is a Broyhill and I got it from work because they had to get rid of it. And it's such a well-made chair that it can be reupholstered. Like, it can be reupholstered. Very inexpensively, probably. I mean, I shouldn't say that. It depends on the reupholsterer. But I said to him, you and I can at least restuff the cushion. If we don't reupholster the whole chair, we can enhance the cushion. Let's put it that way. So that it won't hurt on the tushy so much. Because it does hurt the tushy. It hurts my tushy. So what else would I like to talk about? What else have I forgotten about? Yeah, I think that's it. I don't think that there's any more to talk about today because nothing else has happened. But if I do, whatever I do decide to do tonight, or whatever Jim decides that we'll do tonight, then I will definitely share it with you guys later, okay? And I'm going to try out my new curling iron, and maybe you'll see that beautiful look tomorrow. Listen, I love you. And if nobody's told you today that you were loved, you can always come by and hear how much I love you. And Jill, I love my cup. I hope that I didn't overwhelm you with people trying to contact you, but I do appreciate it so much. If nobody's told you that you're loved, you'd always come by and hear how much I love you. I know I said it already, but I'll say it again because it's really important that you know. Be your kind of beautiful. Okay? Be your own kind of beautiful. Even if you don't think you're the industry standard of what beauty is, it doesn't make a difference. The industry doesn't know everything, to be honest. All right? Okay. I love you. And as always, you guys take care. God bless. And we'll see you next time. Bye. And I would like to add to my beautiful sister, Alicia, my twinsy throughout our entire childhood and apparently in adulthood as well. Thank you for being the coffee in my cup. Your support and love just means everything. Thank you for making me laugh, and thank you for keeping it real. I love you.